Alright, so since there ain't shit for videos on this, I'm gonna try to do it. 78, 79 Broncos. When you replace pump or gearbox or anything that deals with power steering that you're gonna get air into your gearbox, well, this is for you. Basically, air gets trapped up in here, line is at the bottom. Air can't go anywhere. So you have no power steering fluid at all getting pumped through. Well, I'm going to try to fix that. Basically, you have to pull this off, flip it upside down. So the hoses are at the top, along with the air. So that way all the air can get back fed up through here, vent out, blah, blah, blah. And then you can flip it back and bolt it. I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly. I might just take power steering pump off and keep it as a whole unit, so that way I can slide gearbox up into here. No, that won't work because steering shaft. Yeah, I really don't know. There's not a whole lot of information on this, like I said, and there is fuck all for room. Also, 3/4 inch bolts. Have fun with that one. This one was a pain in the ass because of this fucking pitman arm bracket. I took drag link off, center link, whatever the hell you want to call it. Trap bar, I don't care. So that way, this stays where it's going to be, and that stays where it's going to be. And you ain't got to worry about realigning anything. But this, as you see, I've already unbolted it, and it's not a light box. I mean, this is quite heavy. This isn't like my Xterra box where you can manhandle it. This one, it's going to manhandle you. But I think, I don't know, I bet I could take pump and bracket off, set that aside. I bet I will have enough room to be able to move this up and out and rig something up to the hood or somewhere, so that way I can just clutch it. I don't know. I'll tune back in once I figure something out. Alright, so this is what I have. Took it out, flipped it upside down, put it on the frame, and I topped the reservoir off. You want the pump to be higher than this, and I'm just going to cycle the steering wheel slowly back and forth, and that'll kind of, move things around. And then I'm going to run a drill on the pump because I can't mount the pump back right here and run the motor. This will just all be in the way, and that won't reach because short, stubby lines. So it would be a hell of a lot easier if the fender came out, because then you'd actually have room to put this aside and run that up here. But I'm not doing any of that. So you probably should take this off, but I didn't want to do any guesswork onto where the steering wheel lined up with, the axle. So I just left that. If I have to put this up on a strap, so be it, just as long as this is higher up. And ideally you want the fittings to be way up here instead of flat. But yeah, this is what I have so far. Change of plans. If you don't have a bunch of these little cheap Walmart bungees, they're fucking awesome. You can use them for anything. Like support a pump. And, providing a little bit more support for the actual box. I just choked up a ratchet strap, wrapped it around the hinge. Probably not ideal, but it is what it is, and I don't care. Now we'll say the shaft seal on the pump is leaking, which, oh well. You want to top your fluid off, keep an eye on it, put that somewhere cleanish. Just finish off this bottle. Dear Ford, fuck you for designing such a shitty steering box. Uncalled for. Yeah, so once you have it like that, you just come over here and just do this, and you should be able to see it move ever so slightly. And that should be flushing air out, theoretically. So, and once you get it all put back together, fill it up, and just do this. It's working. It's still a little tight. I did have it back feed and piss all over the ground, but just keep an eye on it. Top it off as you go. That way, you know, you don't end up screwing yourself in the end. Yeah, you can hear it working, and then you give it a little bit of RPMs to get the pump going. I mean, it's before you couldn't turn, you had to move. So hopefully this works and stays working, because I don't want to do this again. This sucked. But yeah, Ford, y'all are fucking idiots. Yeah, that's the gist of it, pretty much. See where the fluid is at now. That's the optimal level. Go ahead and cap it. Make sure it's tight. I'm going to spin the wheel a few more times. I'm going to shut it off, and then I'm going to see if it pukes like it did before. If it pukes, then you still got air in there somewhere. And quite frankly, if it pukes again, I'll lose everything. I'm just going to continue to run it with no power steering, because I got to get the kiddos tonight. Alright, and let's kill it. Oh, God. Dang it. There it goes. Listen, I mean, it wasn't even up high. Come on. Yeah, it's still foamy. I don't know. I'm just gonna run it. I mean, it was squirting. It got me. But I'm done messing with this piece of crap. Power steering works, and that's good enough for me. And I imagine it'd be good enough for Justin for the time being.